Hello, hello. Hope everyone is well today. Just waiting for this to show up here on in front of me so I can make sure everything is clear. Yes. Yes, and I'll turn this just a little. Try to, so you can see the cards and what have you. I hope you're having a great Sunday. And I was cleaning, emptying out a box in the basement this morning. And look what I found. How cute is that? I mean, it's a little weird because the eyes are like over here. And then the mouth is over here, but it's a pumpkin, who cares? But I just think that's adorable. And if you can't tell by now, I do like stained glass, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it. I don't use candles very much, but I actually have 2 of them that I found in this box, and it had disappeared into the depths. Looks like a fox. Huh? Sure. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to share. Very cute. Where is Boo Boo's and Kitty? He is right up there on his winter bed. There's a tall, to my right, there's a tall cat tree. And both cats, their winter beds are up there because they I'm just getting my box of tarot cards here because it's right underneath a heating vent. And they're up off the floor and what have you. So, all right, just setting up here. I hope you have your questions ready. Yes, still praying for Ganga. Just let's send some positive energy to her. Positive energy to Ganga Tarot, that she feels better and that just wonderful things are ahead of her soon, and health and happiness. So anyway, all right, just wanted to throw that in there. Trump is considering closing the southern border. Oh goodness, really? Oh jeez. Trump has hired a college kid to purge any disloyal government employees. Helen, I read on that, the Trump purge. It's the beginning of one of these videos. It was, I'll have to look, figure out where that was. But I've read on the Trump purge, but I guess I could read on it again. And yesterday we covered so many questions, I had to actually print them out. I actually had to print them all out and tape them in because I couldn't make them all fit. So, all right, that is that. Let's see here. Pen. Come on, work with me here. And will any of the Trump clan come down with? I hear you. I understand why you're asking, but I'm gonna have to think about this. No, Stephen Miller's new bride is in charge of the virus communications. Are you kidding? Justice Department reviewing naturalized citizen to strip them of citizenship. Okay. Oh, deep breath. Okay, we're gonna have all kind of fun stuff to cover today. And while I'm going back through here and making notes of what I should cover today, I just want to mention last night I had some fun. I created a mug. I think I might actually, I'll have to buy. I'll have to see if it's good. Okay. seems to be a question people are asking. I know a lot of people, a lot of readers are reading on Trump's Ides of March. But I've been watching other videos, and I have not seen what have they been saying. What have they come up with? All right, we sent Ides of March, got that. All right. Trump closing the southern border. Close southern border. Let's see, Trump. Will there be more Trump purges? Hello, hello. I love the SAS 78. I love the kitties and the blue hearts and the... That is sweet. Oh, Jody Lynn just lit a candle for Ganga. Thank you. I've actually scrolled back a little bit, and we'll get to the reading in yeah, we're still at 6.5 minutes. Usually by 10 minutes in, I start the readings, but I'm trying to get all of your questions so I can. A GOP supporter has gotten a majority stake in Twitter. Wants to out Jack Dorsey. Really? Mitt Romney. Robert, I've read on Mitt Romney, and I have never read on anybody who was more just content. He has everything he wants. It was, I'm not saying he's right, or I agree with all of his policies, but it was just it's just like, I'm fine. Everything will be fine. His seat is safe. He's married, he has kids, he's got money, he's got a good job. The whole thing was just like that. Just emotionally. He has his privilege. He's a white American male with money. It was just like, oh gosh, okay. All right, GOP. If I don't cover it today, I will get to it. GOP take over Twitter. Oust Jack Dorsey. Okay, what else we got here? Trump. Okay, Justice Department. So DOJ reviewing nationalized citizens? Sounds like an awful lot of work. Will the Senate file 2272 pass the Iowa House? The Iowa Senate passed it on Thursday. It would increase eligibility checks on those who are on SNAP and Medicaid. Well, like I said, I'm gonna write all these down, and then Iowa increase SNAP and Medicaid. And oh, any truth to the curse of Tecumseh? Tecumseh. Tecumseh. It's one of those words I have seen in my life, but I've never, this is the first time I have ever said it out loud, so forgive me that I just completely murdered that poor man's name. Okay, another piece of paper here. Okay, we're getting up near reading time here. Truth. Tecumseh. Dun, 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 dun. Shawnee warrior in the early 19th century. Yep. Yeah, very people quitting on Super Tuesday. Bolton's book. Tecumseh. Thank you. Tecumseh. Okay, got the closing of the border. Got that. Bolton's book. All right, we got plenty to read on. Double check on Bolton's book. Okay, this is Tecumseh, Harry's mom is saying. Oh. Tecumseh. Bolton's book. Okay, so I think I'm down to current. Okay. Yeah, Reagan and okay, we're gonna start there. All right. Yeah, I pulled out this box because I can fit all of my cards in it. Actually, I have room for probably 2 more decks in here. 8. Okay, Curse of. Well, let's just go with Old Faithful for right now. Good old Rider-Waite. I have changed my covers over to historical tarot decks. Cards from historical tarot decks. Because I find them really interesting. Also, it kind of what's in the video is kind of what's on the tin. It's in the cover. So, the curse. If you are elected on a year ending in 0, bad things will happen to you. I've heard there are astrological reasons for it, and it may be switching over to whoever's elected being hurt rather than killed. Just because it's like changed to air signs or something, but there are various theories. So sometime around 13, we're starting there. Okay. Is there any truth to this curse? I think that's a different. I'm just going to throw a few cards on. Is there anything to that curse? And then I'm going to say, is the next president going to be hurt in office? I mean, is this an ongoing thing? Because that might not be the reason for it. Something happened to Adam Schiff? What? Thank you, Deborah. You are a sweetheart. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Is there anything to the curse? Oh, grand. We're back in the energy of how just Native American massacres and cruelty and ugh. It was like a country being settled by serial killers. It was just disgusting. But anyway, is there anything to this curse? Is there anything to the idea that there's a curse? That phone has nothing to do with me, so sorry. Oh, Sienna's here. Can I be a moderator? Of course you can. Hang on. Add moderator. Thank you. Thank you for your help. All right, is there anything to this actual curse? Well, I love America. I'm very patriotic. And in a way that I kind of became really aware of because I lived in Europe. And when you're outside of the country, and for a while, I was the only American at a British school for about a year. And I was really aware of that people were judging the entire country based on what I did. And, but I just want to make that very clear because the United States was founded on a lot of blood. And it's beyond unconscionable. That didn't really answer the question of, is our country founded on all this horrible stuff? And the answer is yes, but it's this poor man who cursed. Does anyone know what he actually said? Like, did he say, your presence will, I don't know. Blood and lies, yeah. Okay. Why do I do 5 cards? I don't know. I got these before. No. It isn't him. It's just karma. What if negative things are happening to America because of the mistreatment, the cruelty, the unconscionable cruelty of what was done to Native Americans and slaves and what have you. It's bad karma, but it's not that man himself. It's like he's just melding into the spirit of. It's like a wall of Native Americans that are just looking at us, of what the country did, and he's right there. He's pride of place, but it's just. And I am so sorry. I am so sorry. There's no excuse for cruelty. There's no excuse. So anyway, Sandra, I am not going to read on that. Sorry. I feel bad turning down any questions, but my videos have been demonetized for talking about it, for one, which is not helpful. I'd do it anyway if I thought it was important, but I did 2 solid days of readings on that, and if you go back a few days, you'll see them. And as far as, and I didn't get that it was any kind of, that it was man-made. But anyway. All right, the next president, are they going to fall prey to harm? Or worse, heaven forbid, because of the astrology of having been elected in a year ending in 0, 2020, also a leap year. That is taking action The only energy I'm getting from this is, it would be, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but it feels more like a broken bone, broken hip. Yeah, this is, the next president feels male. It just does. Always has. Just going to, you know, decent human being. But it feels like broken bones. And then just having to, they just go about, they're like, nothing's wrong with me. And yeah, there is. But they fall. It's one of those kind of things, they fall and, oh no. Do you know what just popped into my head? I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah. So I'm not getting anything worse than that, so that's good. Goodness. Okay, so Linda is saying, so tired of YouTube attacking our family of readers and psychics and astrologers because you all have kept us calm during this. That's why I'm here. A political death? Maybe. Well, the whole reason I do this, these are readings I was doing for myself, and I figured out, you know, if I've got cameras, I may as well share. All right, so did that. Let's look at Trump's Ides of March. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of Trump closing the southern border, Trump purges, GOP takeover. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, we're going zombie. I'm under fire. Oh, yeah, I swear, it's like the card saying switch to zombie. Switch to the zombie deck. I don't know why this thing protects me, but it seems to. And when I read on Trump, I need something. I need some help. Some would say I need help all the time. Oh. Oh, is Sienna leaving? Yes, Sienna, take care if you're leaving. Zombies suck all of the evil out and spit out a bit of macabre humor. Yes, yes they do. Did you guys hear, who was it? Huckabee? Huckabee's, you know, not his daughter, he said, it was the grossest thing he said the other day. It was, Democrats would blame Trump for the virus, even if he was like went to all whatever many thousand people, and I won't say exactly what he said, but was able to remove it from the people and release it at the bottom of the ocean. Let's put it that way. That's the nice way. And that the Democrats would accuse him of polluting the oceans. And it's just, oh, yuck, yuck, ick. Okay, so before I get started here, yes, I love Cash as well. Cash is hysterical, and I've got to find a way to get hold of him, because there is one of my favorite books. If any of you don't mind, please go pester Cash and tell him that Autumn over on Black and Orange, if you don't mind, tell him that she has a book, a fiction book, her favorite fiction book, that she absolutely needs him to read, because it is right up his alley. Right up his alley. So, anyway. Okay, so we're reading on Trump and the Ides of March. All right, we are 26 minutes in. Okay. Title of the book is The High House by James Stoddard. I will pass along your message. Yeah, thank you. It is, and the False House, which is the sequel, is, I think, even better than the first. It's phenomenal, and if you've ever read it, you will know exactly why. As soon as I started watching his readings, it was like, oh, you have got to read The High House. You've got to read The High House. It's this endless. All right, I'm going to start the reading in just a minute. Basically, you have the master of the house, and I won't go into the whole story, but the world it's in is there's this house, and once you go through this certain door, the master of the house goes through this certain door. It's like a whole world, but it's like an extended house, and so like you'll get on the grand, the great corridor, and you can walk for days, and the wallpaper changes, and the carpeting changes, and you can stop for the night at one of the fireplaces that you'll find, and the little nooks and crannies, and you'll run across people from who live in different parts of the house, and like these little different kingdoms, and it's amazing, and it's just this endless world, and he has these words of power where he can find secret passages, and in the second book there are historians going through the house and with the architecture and documenting all this stuff, and there are anarchists and order and chaos, and it's fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. So anyway, I didn't know Cash was a palm reader. All right, 28 exactly. 28. We are reading, is Trump facing? Is he going to face the Ides of March? Oh, let's see, what rhymes with brute? I did do the astrology reading a couple of days ago on Trump, and March 20th, that huge conjunction is going to hit him between the 17th and the 20th. So yeah, he's got a really bad astrology that is going to hit him later this month. So I wouldn't be surprised, but let's see. Ides of March. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my own joke. I shouldn't do that. My brain just literally said about Trump, a toupee? Toupee thing on his head. Okay. A toupee. Sorry. This Page of Swords, this actually feels like us, like tentatively, like, can we come out? Is this worth looking? What's going on over there? Let's have a look. Oh, thank you so much for laughing at my joke. I seriously appreciate it. In the past, Oh, people, this is card that this Knight of Wands is specific to this deck. These are Republicans. It's usually Republicans. Republicans holding up their hands to say, yes, I'm loyal to you. You'll notice it's not their hand. It's kind of like, it's like taking a vow and having your fingers crossed behind your back. So, yeah. Center of the, what happened? Center of the reading. This goes here, that goes there, okay. Oh dear, and it's not literal. It's not literal, but oh dear, that's at the center of this reading. That does not bode well. Oh, hate to Toupee, yes. Base of the reading, judgment, and this is his base. And this is an ongoing card for his base because it's these people and they're well armed and they're in their basement and you can see the stairs going down. There aren't really any stores of food or anything, but they're in their basement with their ammunition and they're living in this fantasy that of everything's going to be all right. And this is judgment. It's kind of hitting Trump and possibly knocking them out of their reverie, maybe. I can dream. That's the base of this. Above the reading, I got 3 cards. All right, this is a particularly just dark colored card. I'm not saying that the meaning is all dark, it's just physically dark. But that's Trump. The King of Wands is Trump, just as a man. Okay, so hanging above it is him himself. This is a 2 of Pentacles. And in other decks, this is the 2 of Pentacles is the guy trying to balance 2 Pentacles, and the water is really wavy behind him, and a 2 Covfefe. There we go. But here it's like Barr or Trump who have Republicans, kind of yanking their chain, pulling on their leash. And Wheel of Fortune. This doesn't feel like a hit or miss. This feels like a razzle dazzle, like entertain the brutes kind of thing. Look over here. Look at the gold, the pretty girl in the gold, and doing the magic tricks and but it's not actually gonna. She's a zombie. It's not actually gonna hurt her. So, oh, I forgot to turn on. I've got a marker that I use when I'm on live stream or I'm recording. Alexa, turn on the entrance hall light.
Okay.
Alexa, thank you.
Of course.
There we go.
Good afternoon.
There we go. All right, near future, we have the 4 of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Wands. This just feels like his base. They're just happy. They're just happy as can be. This feels like a rally. So rallies and yeah, it's like Trump's that thing about that thing of it just went out of my brain. This is the rallies. That thing about if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Well, this is if Trump's happy, his base is happier. They're quieter. Because he's going to rallies and he's making them happy, and he's happy because he is convinced he's going to win the next election. Absolutely convinced. My Alexa just said thank you. Sorry. All right, home environments. Yeah, well, we're having our issues. It's going to be okay, but we are definitely having our issues. Be kind. No matter what happens, be kind. Hopes and fears. The fear is that something's going to go wrong with his health. He has been... it feels like there's a lot of health stuff that's catching up to him. And that's... even he's starting to kind of worry a little bit. What other people see. Oh yeah, that is the vice. You can even see, if you can see it really closely. It says vice right in there. And there's the devil. And this is a cigarette machine. For anyone new who's around here, and certainly if you're young, this used to be how you bought cigarettes, and these things were all over the place. They were in lobbies and gas stations, and there's actually like a little diner. There's a counter over here with the little seats, and looks like a bar, actually, but it might be a diner. But yeah, you'd put the money in here. There were these things called coins, and you'd put them in there, and then you'd pull on one of these knobs, and the bar would come way far out, which is really kind of weird. But then whatever pack would fall down into here, and you could get them all over the place, and nobody was carding you. Anyway, so in the near future for Trump, I've got Rallypalooza. Happy Rallypalooza, everybody. Final outcome. Yeah, that feels like something eating into his brain. That's gross. That's gross. This is gonna sound, this might be the meanest thing I've ever said on this channel. And it's not true, but it's what popped into my head, and it's what the cards feel like. So I'm just gonna share it. What I got was something eating, it feels like something eating into his brain. It might be slow, but it's still eating into his brain. And but I see the perfume bottle, and, her taking his heart out, and it's like how could you tell? His rally goers, they don't care. They don't see it, they don't care. Yeah, and then that's Bar coming in to protect him again. So the only really negative thing I'm getting here is health worries, his health. And it's not lungs or anything. It's brain. But this leads to something else. This is at the end of the final outcome. So hang on. Let me fix this reading, because I want to know. That's the Ides of March, but specifically that is astrological mess that's going to hit him. It's going to hit his Saturn. It's going to hit his Venus in his 11th house. It is not going to be pleasant. Yeah. His skin was so bad the other day. I actually got some screen captures just because I couldn't believe it. One of his pressers, he was like, "Oh my gosh, what happened? Yikes." All right, this astrological mess that's going to hit his chart. Is it going to ring his bell like a... Is it going to hit his chart like a hammer hitting a temple bell? Or is it just going to be, a little dinky little bell of, bring me my Diet Coke kind of thing? And yes, he uses the button beneath his desk. Oh, we get 2 cards for what we see. He has he has a button beneath his desk. He just pushes it, and someone brings him a Diet Coke. Which just seems appalling to me. I mean, I would hope, wouldn't it be like if I hit 2, if I hit it twice, if you hear it twice, it means bring 2 Cokes because there's somebody with me, but probably not. Yikes. Okay, we got this again. Card for the reading. It's like, don't forget the last reading. I won't. Yikes. Death card. Not good. Not good. I doubt it's literal, but not good. In the past, okay, how is this stuff going to hit Trump? In the past, he was using a kind of carrot and stick approach to dealing with everybody. That's what that feels like. It's just the carrot in his case is particularly gross, which is true. It's red meat. Yeah, red. That's the perfect red meat. They use you throw red meat to the base. Red meat used as a stick, or sorry, used as a carrot to get people to do what he wants. And this is politicians mainly, as well as the base, but mainly politicians. Center of the reading. Oh, it actually feels like recklessness. Sometimes when this card that comes up for Trump, it doesn't feel like, oh, this is terrible and he got stuck, he fell or something. It's like going on Fifth Avenue and shooting somebody. I mean, it's like he's like, well, I'm just going to go do this and I'm going to go down there with my gun and because I can do anything I want. And it's like, you've been damaged, you've been infected, this is dumb, and how do you get back up? And this is just absolute recklessness and painting himself into a corner, as it were. Base of the reading. This feels like people who believe in him, people around him, saying great things about him. Even yesterday at the presser, he talked and then Pence came on and started talking, and it was just, Trump has shown the greatest leadership and just the most fantastic, and Trump was standing behind him pursing his lips, just like, yes, he should talk about me that way. It's like, oh, God. All right. And then the star, yeah, this is the sycophants. Is what that feels like. Above the reading. Salome says, horrible mad bastard syndrome type 2. Oh. Okay, above the reading, we have... Oh. Hush. We have got... This is, sometimes it's Kushner, but what this feels like is the Republicans, Trump and the people around him feeling like they've got it down. They've got everything in control. They've got this taken care of. But this is actually the Democrats, and they are coming out fighting. Very undemocratic card for Democrats. Not Democrat, not small d Democratic, but big D Democratic. Just not the world's most aggressive by nature, but near future. Well, it looks normal in the near future, like before, it starts out, where this is like the spoiled Trump family, and there's Trump, and there's Melania, and there's Barron, and they have servants, and they have lapdogs who work for Trump, and this is maybe Melania's mother, or just a general older woman who's around, who's they're not going to take our guns away, kind of. So in the near future, like between here and there, things feel pretty normal. Or at least you can pretend it's normal. Yes, Wandering Eyes. 2 days ago, I did a video it was on Friday the 28th. I did a video about Trump's astrology and this huge conjunction that's going to hit his chart between the 17th and the 23rd. Anyway, home environment. Oh, definitely. I have all this stuff I want the money. You come to me and tell me anything I don't want to hear, and I'm going to stick my fingers in my ears and go, la, 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 la. That's Trump. Home environment, absolutely. Okay, hopes and fears. Eight of Wands, this has to do with trying to convert people to his way of thinking, getting out the vote, just whatever they can do to mess up the election, or it's almost like they're laughing. It's not even like a serious trying to undermine democratic voting. It's just this, they're so pathetic, they're so awful, they're so useless. We're, Trump's, I'm gonna take him to the cleaners. So that's, we can mess with it or not. I don't even need the Russians this time. I've got everything I want. I'm untouchable. It's really disgusting. What we see, this is Fox News. And Fox News is, wow. I don't know if any of you ever see any Fox News, but it really is a whole different world. And the things they focus on, it's, wow. It's a Kool-Aid machine. And then because of that, you have a lot of very hardworking people who are, basically sucking up to incredibly rich people who don't actually care. So I'm getting there. Final outcome. Okay, how is this mess going to hit Trump? So there's all this stuff swirling around, and we know that's what Trump is like. In the near future, things are quiet-ish. But then it's being trapped in with all the gunk. This is backstabbing, people turning on you. I definitely, you often get a Trump kids feeling off of this, that if they don't like you, just kind of chuck you out. And then this, I'll have to get a clarifier on that. But this it goes from calm to a little more backstabby. Let's see what this is about. Let's get some more. I don't watch Fox News all day, I can tell you that, but I do see bits of it, Where I get my news, I do see Fox News there just as much as everything else, and I do click through on some of the articles, just like I do with everything else. But anyway, this final outcome in the Temperance, what is this related to? Oh, this is more Democrats coming out fighting. Ooh, Democrats stepping up to the plate. Good. What is this? Supreme Court. That feels very much like the Supreme Court about Trump policies. I don't know if that's emoluments. This is a loyalty test. This might be related to purges or what have you, but this is a heaven help you if you do not, vow loyalty to the Führer. This is bad. But this Temperance, it's him being tempered, his extremes. I read on the Supreme Court yesterday and how what they're going to do about the cases at the Supreme Court. And what I got was a kind of hit and miss as far as what they're going to rule on. Some things will be like, yes, and other things will be like, what? And the ones that they let slide, it's going to be because of like technical reasons or minutia, like within the law and wording of things where like the average person like us, just out kind of out in the world, would be like, that's ridiculous. But this is him being tempered, and so the push for loyalty gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, because Trump gets knocked out of his this I'm amazing, I'm the star, I'm at the rallies. He kind of wakes up out of that stupor, and then some stuff comes down that's not favorable to him. So I hate to say this, but apparently the way Trump's acting now, this is the calm. This is the calm before the storm. Vote blue no matter who. Yes, Marjorie, I'm with you on that one. And actually, that's what I got when I read on the Democratic convention yesterday. It was, yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen. We're going to go in, and it's going to be, there's definitely going to be back and forth. It's not going to be completely a done deal, but it's absolutely going to turn out to be one. It's like, okay, this is the person. And what I got was a lot of people just being like, oh, really? Okay. And then everybody gets behind this person. So that was most of that. Let's look at Bolton's book, just because it could use, how can it do any harm here to Trump, to Trump's presidency, to his and I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody's questions today. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll still have these written down here. And sometimes when I come on early and I say, get your questions ready, you can feel free to put them up, because I'm reading what you've written. It might save us some time, maybe. I don't know. Bolton's book. Isn't it supposed to come out like the 21st? Like right when all that astrological stuff is going to hit? Oh, isn't that where the... I've been trying to get the phone turned down. Apparently there's something wrong with it. So sorry about that. If Trump will let it be published, yep. Okay. Oh, I got 2 downvotes. It's like every day I get 2 downvotes. It's like 2 people come in every day to just go, ha. Okay. Sorry. Bolton's book. Is it going to come out? Is it going to do Trump or Trump world some harm? Bolton he's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Do not think he is going to be any kind of turn out to be a hero. He's not. He's money grubbing. He is a hawk. He would have us in absolutely endless wars at any chance. And if he helps us, it will be just because it's like a coincidence. Oh, that's coming up again. Well, this is some unhappy Republicans, but it not disturbing everything. But anyway, let's see what that's the card for the reading. But let's see. In the past, yeah, Bolton got back into government. He got into Trump's administration. He was able to go in there and make decisions and take the reins of his little area. Center of the reading. But it was awful. That incredibly trite, minimizing expression, my own personal Vietnam. Well, these guys, best of my knowledge, none of these guys actually fought. But it was bad. It was traumatic to work under Trump, which does not surprise me in the least. Base of the reading. They're definitely trying to get it to stop it. I get this card a lot for bar, which is sometimes just a symbol of maybe not even prosecution, but legal matters where Barr inserts himself or other legal people insert themselves. And this is saying, no, it could be really bad, but no, it's all privilege, it's all privilege, it's all, the world can't know about what Trump does, blah, 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 blah. Above the reading. Well, they're Democrats, but they feel kind of disappointed. Near future. I got these exact two cards. Didn't I get these exact two? No, I got this with the rally goers. But Judgment, again, near future. And yeah, this is Fox News and other pundits doing exactly what Trump wants, but this is brutal. This is brutal judgment. And that's in the near future. Let us see. Home environment. Infighting, backstabbing. It's like they're not even really paying attention to the Bolton book right now because they're fighting over other stuff. So, hopes and fears. The hope is that the book will not change the one big happy family facade. That it really, like most families, isn't actually real for anybody. What we see, Mr. Reckless. It feels like the book's going to come out at some point here. I don't know if it's going to be on this exact date, but it feels like the book comes out, and in some respects, it's disappointing. But it absolutely does show Trump recklessness. Absolute recklessness. But then again, you don't need a book to see that. Final outcome. It is that's Bolton. A fool taking action. Ace of Wands is taking action, but it doesn't affect Trump's base. It doesn't knock them out of their reverie. Let's see if there's any more information. So it's definitely going to have some effect, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it's going to be the big thing we wish it was. Oh, it's heartbreak. Oh, there are individuals. That's very clear. The energy on that is very clear. There are individuals in the White House and in the government who are going to be really not happy about what Bolton says about them. Oh, and that's just over here, just sitting right on top of the Vice card. The devil. They're heartbroken because he's talking about what they do. But this final outcome here, they spin it. But there's some, it feels like something comes out, and it is in the media. You won't see much on Fox News. But it does make things harder. It does make things harder for the Trump administration. At this point, I'll take any effect. Do you know what I mean? Sure, okay. If it does anything at all, that's good. I'm all for it. Okay. And is there anything else I could do quickly here? I'll throw a few cards on. Is Trump going to close the southern border? I'm at an hour, so let me just take a sip of this. Haven't had my protein shake, and my stomach is growling. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much to our moderators. You will never know how grateful I am. Just how truly grateful I am for you. Okay, will Trump close the southern border? Will Trump close? Oh, Super Tuesday! Okay, I've got to throw a few cards on that, but then tomorrow, Super Tuesday is going to be the... Super Tuesday is going to be the big thing tomorrow. Reading on that tomorrow. First thing tomorrow. Okay. But for now, is Trump going to close the southern border? That presser made me absolutely livid. Absolutely livid. Because it was we're canceling travel to certain countries or from certain countries. You know what countries they canceled travel from? Most of them, like especially South Korea, it's the countries where they're doing the most testing, so they're finding the most cases. Yeah, but that must mean, but we're not doing testing, so we're fine. Wow. 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 Anyway, is the genius and stable genius in chief, Fiora, going to close the southern border? Oh, Miller. Oh, my skin's crawling. Miller energy's all over this. That's Trump is the man. Do you guys know the word kludge? To kludge something, to it's not really what it's supposed to be, but you kind of force it together and just make something inappropriate kind of work. Like this, like the example I give is, this is actually a picture frame, but I didn't really want to put a picture in it, but I did want a clock, so I bought the center part, but it doesn't actually belong on here, so I had to kind of kludge this thing on with you know, double-sided tape, and right, so that's a kludge. I think it's KLU. Is it GE or DGE or something? But anyway, this is in this card. He's got a drill, and he's drilling a hole in the femur, and he's trying to make something work, or he's doing whatever he's doing. And it feels like that's kind of how Trump runs everything. He kind of kludges the government, like his how he does things. It's just all a really ugly fix that doesn't quite work. Duct taping, yeah. Your spare tire on. It's like you've got a flat tire and the spare isn't any good, so you like weld on some ugly little bars, and you put like a completely inappropriate wheel on there that should be on something completely different, not remotely a car, but it'll basically keep the car stable. Botched, ramshackle, exactly. Yeah, that's Trump kludging. His policy is kludging everything together. Is Trump going to close the southern border? Oh gosh, the energy on these people is so bad. It's so bad. This is Kushner and Miller and you know, just people completely inappropriately thinking that they're all that. And the focus groups to figure out what'll work with his base and not, that kind of thing. But these three cards, that's maybe people thinking about it, but this is these two are Trump, and this is the Republicans around him who work with him in the White House, or just, you know, or McConnell or what have you. But it's almost like Trump's too busy doing his, not listening. Seriously, when I read on this yesterday, it was, it shouldn't shock me at this point, but the complete emotional disconnect he has. Just empathy, just absolutely none. I just, it felt like walking into the most empty, silent room ever. And it was shocking to me. I mean, I'm an emotional little, you know, sensitive creature, and he's just not. But these are the people who are enabling him. But this is him doing his own reckless, like, if he does this, it's part of a whole bunch of other reckless things, and it's a kludge, and it doesn't really, it doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna get, if he did, would it stick? I mean, like, would the Republicans be like, whoa, no, let's go talk to Trump? This feels like him focusing on other things. This is, the center of this is Democrats coming out fighting. This is voters who haven't voted before, and young people coming out and voting. So this is them, you know, doing their normal, you know, you will be loyal to the Führer kind of stuff. But then this is Democrats really coming out fighting. And, you know, in ways that hurts the Trump administration. And Trump still is able to hold on to his malignant, narcissistic, I'm the center of the universe, but I'm not getting a closed border. So, but he's doing so much dumb stuff. So much dumb stuff. Wow, so much dumb stuff. Anyway, and before I go, this is running a little long, but did somebody say there's something wrong with Adam Schiff? Could someone please let me know? Has something happened to him? Schiff is being sued? For what? Alright, I gotta, in that case, I will just go right up here. S-C-H-I. Fred Flight says Trump should stop sharing sensitive intelligence with leaker Adam Schiff. It's a mess. GOP challenger says Schiff has done nothing to fight the homeless crisis. News. Okay, so Schiff presses top intel official to declassify part of the report of this Khashoggi killing. Oh, Adam Schiff, a lawsuit claims he violated First Amendment rights by asking Facebook, Google, and Amazon to remove content related to debunked anti-vaccine theories and instead. Okay. Schiff sued. I'll throw a few cards on that. And if it's a little more complicated, I'll read on more of it tomorrow. Yeah, because we're at 70. Schiff sued. Okay. Oh boy. Schiff being sued. Well, for what it's worth, it feels important. It feels like it's because it's First Amendment and because it's against such a prominent Democrat. It feels important. This is anti-vaxxers and the likes. They not going out in the world, being afraid of, yeah. And I realize the anti-vaxxing thing is usually about people's kids, but that's just that's showing up in the cards. Well, this is someone taking a look at it. Judgment. Center, and sometimes in these 5-card readings, the center of this card is kind of the center of it. And this is the overview. This is a judge coming in. This is someone looking at the situation. And I've got a page of Pentacles here and a page of Cups here. Pentacles are usually Republican. Cups are usually Democrats. And then I've got Queen of Wands and Judgment. Let me ask just a couple of questions, because that, I don't want to. There is, it's a big thing. It's a big case. It's a big, okay. But does he win it? Does the other side win it? Is it a, win, lose, or draw for Schiff? Oh, it's an excuse for the, it's an excuse. It gives something it gives Fox News something to talk about. Day after 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 day. Yeah. Focus groups. Converting people. Keeping politicians in line. Keep the party going at the party. But all of this feels like it comes to an abrupt end. I think I could have sworn there were already First Amendment cases about what you can put on social media, because isn't there something that they still have terms of service, and because it's their platform, yes, you can speak, but you can't necessarily use their platform and say absolutely anything you want. I don't know. I'm not getting clear energy on how it's going to end. But the energy of Republicans talking about it and talking, it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to start talking about Hunter Biden again. Oh, that's not having the effect. Okay, let's go back to the focus groups back here. Focus groups. Okay, let's talk about Schiff. Let's talk about the First Amendment. Let's talk about the Second Amendment. This is it. All I'm getting off of this is yes, I'm getting judgment, but really what I'm getting is Republican talking points. Republican talking points. Republican talking points. Oh, look, Republican talking points. And just keep everybody who's living in their bubble, their informational bubble, just keep them all happy. That's what I'm getting. So, okay, but so that is all for today, but there are more questions. There are more questions. I will be back tomorrow. Same pumpkin time. Oh, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. It's a pumpkin. Its mouth here, his little eyes over here. It's also just very pretty orange stained glass. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. And we will continue to cast ourselves into the future. All right. And I thought it was a cat. Yeah, it is kind of a Rorschach test. But it's, I like it. I like it. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the moderators. All right. Hang in there. And we can do this. Just keep breathing. Be kind to yourself and others. All right. Now, talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye.